everyone, and happy Fun-Fold Friday and happy 4th of July weekend. Oh my gosh, I hope you all have some fun plans for Sunday and Monday. I know here in the Reese household, my husband has the day off, so we plan on hopefully getting to play with the grandkids. We'll see about that. All right. So, like I said, it is Fun-Fold Friday, and I have got a triple gatefold card for you all today. Also, I'm using an oldie but goodie. This is called the Snowman Season. Let's see, Snowman Season Stamp Set and Builder Punch. And the reason I am pulling out my snowman is in July, I love doing Christmas in July. Even the Hallmark Channel is doing Christmas movies right now. So I love it, I love it. Christmas in July. And with that, I do have some announcements before we get started. So let me move this over. First of all, Christmas in July, I always do my card kit by mail, and I am using the Evergreen Elegance stamp set and punch. These are the cards that you'll make, and all the information is on my blog. So creatingwithkristina.com, go there, look under classes, and you will see all the information about that. The Snowman Builder Punch and the Snowman Season Stamp Set. These have been around for a while, so most of you probably own this. If not, you can still get it. It's available in the catalog that we have right now. And we're going to make ourselves a Christmas card. It's never too late to start Christmas cards, especially if you have a whole bunch of them, because I know I do. I make lots of Christmas cards, and so I have to kind of get started early. This paper set is in the catalog also, and remember, we are having our designer series paper during July. This paper is 15% off right now. And I also have a new host code for July. Let me pull that up for you also. So the new host code for July, so when you go to my shop, like I said, this paper is 15% off, and we are using this, the little green trees, these trees here in our card today. So how do we make a 3-panel gatefold or a 3-flap gatefold? People call it the triple gatefold, the triple flap fold card. There's just all kinds of ways to describe this card. But basically, we're going to have 3 pieces that move. All right, let's look at the measurements. So all of the measurements, of course, are on my blog. And once again, the blog name is creatingwithkristina.com. And as soon as this video is over, I will upload it to my YouTube channel, then over to my blog, and I will have all the measurements for you. So first thing first, you need a card base. And the card base is 8.5 by 5.5, except we are not scoring it the way we usually score it. This time we are going to score it at 2 1/8, so just a little past the 2, not quite to the 2 1/4, and we're going to do that on both sides. Okay, so there's one side, and we're just going to flip it over and do it again, 2 1/8. And there we go. And of course, 2 1/8 plus 2 1/8 is 4 1/4. So that is our gatefold right there. That's a traditional gatefold card, and you usually put a belly band around it, and it's a really cool, fun fold. But that's not what we're doing today. We're going to be adding some panels to this. So let me get my bone folder out to get these folds nice and flat so we can work with the card. Oh my goodness, Kathleen says she has 61 Christmas cards done already. Woohoo! Good job, Kathleen. That is awesome. Oh, and thank you, Diana, for sharing. The more people that know about us, the more fun it is for us. Okay, the next thing is some white stuff. Some white stuff. Okay, I am seeing this white, but I'm not seeing... Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Where are you? Well, I'll just make another one. It's the inside. I'm using Evergreen, what is this called? Evening Evergreen. It is really dark, and so we need a piece on the inside, but this is not the correct measurement, so let me trim this down. You just want 4 by 5 1/4. So there's 4, by 5 1/4. Okay, now if you don't have a dark card base, then you may not need this piece, but anyways, so this piece is just gonna go, whoops, sorry about that, right inside like that, okay? Now remember, all these measurements are gonna be on my blog, so you don't have to worry about writing them down. So I have this white piece. I'm also gonna have 2 designer strips, this same exact size, and this size is, where is it? 1 5/8, so just a little bit past the 1 1/2 by 3 7/8. No, I'm sorry. This is 1 1/2 by 3 3/4. I apologize. The piece that we're putting it on is a little bit larger, 1 5/8 by 3 7/8, and we're just going to put that right there like that. Okay. Now, you know what? This doesn't look the same. No, it is not. I didn't think so. Hold on. This one didn't get trimmed down correctly. This should be 1 5/8. So, like I said, 1 1/2, just a little past the 1 1/2 mark right there. Oh yeah, that definitely needed some trimming. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Now, we're just going to adhere that on there like that. All 3 of, so I cut 3 of these out. 3 of the soft succulents. Okay, and 2 of them will get designer series paper. And if you all see the initials DSP, that stands for designer series paper. And that's just Stampin' Up! Talk. Most other people call this scrapbook paper or, you know, designer paper or whatever. All right, here is our cute, adorable little snowman that is made with the snowman punch. Isn't that cute? And the stamp set, here's all the pieces that I stamped, and then I just cut them out and I put the little guy together. So I have my little snowman here. Also, this is a part of the Evergreen Elegance stamp set and punch, and this is what my July card kit by mail is using. So this is called the Evergreen Border Punch, and we're gonna punch ourselves out some leaves there in just a minute. Make sure I've got, so I've already put this one all together. I layered the DSP, I layered the things. I need some trees for this one, so let me get out some Evergreen cardstock. There we go. And I want to show you how to use this punch. Now, if you order the card class, I will show you how to use the punch again. But first of all, you need to see, okay, there we go. Perfect. You can see this little black mark and this little black mark, okay? Between those 2 marks, that is where the punch punches, okay? So how you do this is when you put your cardstock up, you bump it up against the back, and you line it up with that little tick mark right there, okay? Just right there. And that is your first punch. And then once you get that punch, okay, hold on, you want to be, there we go. Now that I have that punched, when I push it through, do you see the tree here? We're going to line those up right there. And we're also going to make sure this is against the back here. And we're going to punch again. Okay, and then one more time. Show you how this is done. You just push it all the way through till it matches up. Okay, make sure the back is up against the back there. And there you go. You get these really cool trees. Aren't they cute? I'll pull them up so you can see them better. Yeah. And a leftover piece to do something else with. All right, so I have that. Now, I want to make sure that my tree is the correct size. I probably should have cut it before I stuck it on there, but that's all right. I can just eyeball it here. Take my snips and just right there, just cut right up there, and voila. All right, now that I have all that out of the way, I want to put dimensionals. These are little tiny trees, so you will need the little tiny dimensionals or cut your big ones up. And we're just going to put one there and one on the other side. Ooh, that is really tiny. And then a couple here in the middle to hold it nice and secure. Okay. Now I've got that, take those off. All right, so what I'm doing, just a recap, is I am creating 3 panels. 2 of them have designer paper and these evergreen trees. And one of them is white, and I'm going to be stamping on that one and decorating it. Okay, and then these 3 panels will sit on the gatefolds. Okay, so there are my 2 top and bottom panels. I'm gonna move those out of the way and pull back in this white one and this soft succulent one. This is the one that I'm putting my snowman on, okay? And there's my snowman. Okay, so my snowman is going on this one, and he is bigger than the strip, but that's okay. We also need the sentiment and the snowflakes, so let me get that. And I'm going to use the colors in the designer paper, the evening evergreen and the soft succulent. My sentiment I'm going to do in the dark, and then my snowflakes I'm going to do in the light. And I know green is a funny color for snowflakes, but you know, we do what we got to do. All right, there we go. And then close this up. Debbie says she can't imagine having 5 Christmas cards done. That's amazing. Who has 61? Oh heavens, I gotta look back. Kathleen, you have 61? Is that what I said earlier? Yeah, I guess that is what I saw earlier. It didn't really register how much 61 is. That is a lot of cards. That's amazing. All right, back to what we're doing here. So this will be a fun Christmas card for you all to make. And of course you can, this white is anything, any stamp set, okay? Any designer paper, any stamp set. That's what I love about these kind of cards. All right, so actually I don't want this that dark, so I'm going to stamp off on a piece of scrap paper. Hold on, let me grab my scrap paper. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's kind of dark, so there we've got, oh yeah, much better. Okay, and some over here, and maybe one over here. There we go. All right, that's good. So we have our snow, and we have our wee snowman. Okay, and of course he's got to be up on dimensionals. And make sure you don't get your dimensionals off. Okay, so it looks like the bottom of his body and the hat, they do not need dimensionals. So just right here, kind of where the 3 snowballs come together, those 2 places, that would be great for dimensionals. So we'll put one here and one here. All right, and then just get these off of there. And I like putting him at an angle. He's a little more festive that way. There we go. So let it snow. Now we're going to put this on here. All right, so we need some adhesive. So we're almost done. Yay. All right, so that's what that's going to look like when the card is closed. Cool, huh? All right, back with our base. So how this works is you are only going to be attaching one side, okay? So this Let It Snow guy, he'll only be attached to this side, so when you open it, it'll be sticking out like that, okay? And then the other 2 go on the top and the bottom. And how I have it written in the directions, it says to, what does it say? Adhere, oh, I'm sorry, glue the card strips to the card base. The white stamped in the middle of the left side, and the 2 with DSP, the top and the bottom of the right side. So, it's pretty self-explanatory when you see the picture. All right, so we need glue though, because you just need a very strong adhesive. These panels, you don't want them to fall off, and you only want one side of them done, and you want to make sure you get the correct side. Okay. So I'm going to do the top, and I'm trying to center that, center, like that, okay? And then we'll do it again on the bottom. There are different ways to make sure this gets even. You could use grid paper and make sure you're lined up correctly. However you feel comfortable getting everything even, but you want them spaced evenly. But I found doing top and bottom and leaving this middle area makes it easier, because then you just center this one in and you're done. So, but this one you want to make sure you're gluing on the other side. Okay, so you just center that like that. There we go. Okay, cool, huh? Isn't that pretty? I love this card idea. All right, and then there we go. We have the triple gatefold. Okay, now the little snowman does kind of get in the way, so you need to close the trees first and then, whoops, nope. Close the trees in between the snowman. There you go. So like that. Yeah. All right, let's put our inside in. So we want to finish this card up quickly. Just put some adhesive on here. Put this in the middle. Whoops. Now, don't forget, you all, we're having the designer series paper sale this month. I have a new host code this month. I've got a Christmas card kit this month. All kinds of great stuff going on in July. Christmas in July. And the Hallmark Channel has started their movies. So we're just all about Christmas this month. I love it. Oh, make sure my stamp is the correct direction. Okay. It says, hoping this season builds heartwarming memories. That's sweet. I love that. There we go. And then there's some tinier snowflakes, and I'm going to do those in the lighter color also. So just kind of staying with this color scheme. There we go. Now these I'm not going to stamp off. I'm just going to put them in. Let's see. Let's turn it upside down. There we go. Yay. Awesome. Ta-da! What do you guys think? Isn't that a cute card? I can't wait to see what you guys create. Have a blessed, wonderful 4th of July weekend. Have lots of fun with either your children or your grandchildren or whoever. And go see some fireworks. So, bye, you guys.